Sir Don. I'm Amper Jubilin Q. In today's video, I will be able to discuss the 25 rules of grammar. Rules of grammar. Subject-verb agreement. Basic rule. The basic rule states that a singular subject takes a singular verb, while a plural subject takes a plural verb. Note: a verb changes whenever its subject changes in number and person. Hence, verbs do not form their plurals by adding an s as nouns do. Example: artificial insemination is the process of placing semen into the uterus by artificial means. Second example is the conservationist asks too many questions about rainforestation. Rule number 1. Two singular subjects connected by or nor require a singular verb. Examples: today, either my mother or father will pay a visit to the pig farm. Second example: Julina or Jubilin works the land in preparation for the projected agricultural production. Rule number 2. Two singular subjects connected by either or neither or nor require a singular verb, as in rule number 1. Examples. First examples is the small-scale farmer prefers neither poultry nor swine production. Second example is the conservation of Mother Nature is promoted by either afforestation or reforestation. Rule number 3. When I is one of the two subjects connected by either or neither or nor, put it second and follow it with the singular verb or with the base form of the verb. Example: neither she nor I are agriculture students. Or neither she nor I are agriculture students. Second example is Joy or I will go to the forestry organization. Or Joy or I will both join the forestry organization. Rule number 4. When a singular subject is connected by or nor to a plural subject, put the plural subject last and use a plural verb. Example: the shovel or the dull bolos are found in the cabinet. Second example is, thus the principal nor the teachers join the symposium about green piggery. Rule number 5. When a singular and plural subject are connected by either or neither or nor, put the plural subject last and use a plural verb. Example: neither the volunteer nor the social workers are prepared for the community outreach. Second example is, either the president or the constituents are aware of the kaingin farming in the place. Rule number 6. As a general rule, use a plural verb with two or more different subjects when they are connected by "and". To show two different subjects in a sentence, each subject is usually introduced by an article or possessive pronoun. Examples: flora and fauna play an all significant role to the human beings. Example number 2. Global warming and climate change enkindled the people to change. Rule number 7. Subjects joined by and mean a single idea take a singular verb. Example: my sister and confidante shows great support in my endeavor as a future agriculturist. Second example is grilled ham and cheese is what we often have for snack after our forestry review class. Rule number 8. If the subject and the verb in a sentence are interrupted with an intervening phrase introduced by, including, along with, together with, as well as, besides, and etc., the verb must still agree with the simple subject. Example, tree planting as well as tree parenting embraces the act of environmental protection. Second example is extensionist, along with the members of the team, plans to extend the symposium. Rule number 9. Indefinite pronouns like each, everyone, everybody, someone, somebody, anyone, anybody, nobody, no one, something, either, neither, not one, and everything are singular and require singular verbs. Do not be misled by what follows of. Example, everyone in the class is very conversant about in vitro fertilization. Second example is someone in this class is a product of cloning. Rule number 10. With words that indicate portions, percent, fraction, part, majority, some, half, all, none, remainder, and so forth, look at the noun in your phrase or object of the preposition to determine whether to use a singular or plural verb. If the object of the preposition is singular, use a singular verb, and if plural, use a plural verb. Example, 1/3 of the city joins the greening project of DENR. Second example is all of the speakers were asked to talk about the effects of illegal logging to humanity. Rule number 11. When either and neither are subjects without or and nor, a singular verb is required even if they seem to be referring to more than one thing. Example, neither of them knows about the latest agricultural issues and concerns. Second example is either of us is capable of doing embryo transfer. Rule number 12. The words here and there have generally been labeled as adverbs even though they indicate place. Sentence beginning with here or there require verbs depending on the number of the nouns that come after them. Examples, here come the horticulturist Joe and Jane. Second example, there goes Dan, the forest ranger. Rule number 13. Units such as amounts, size, time, quantities, or distances always require a singular verb. Example, 15 pesos is a small amount for a kilo of sweet corn. Second example is 4 school years is what we need to finish our BSA and BSF degrees. Rule number 14. Sometimes the relative pronoun who, that, or which is the subject of a verb in the middle of the sentence. The pronouns who, that, and which become singular or plural according to the noun directly in front of them. So, if the noun is singular, use a singular verb. If it is plural, use a plural verb. Example, patron is the agriculturalist who writes the rationale of the thesis. Second example is, he is one of the panelists who were invited to critique, or oral defense. Rule number 15. Collective nouns like team, staff, group, family, crowd, army, and etc. required a singular verb if the members are thought of as acting collectively, and plural if the members are thought of as acting separately. Example: the staff is in the meeting for the fast approaching inauguration unit. The second example is the staff members are in disagreement about the field day schedule. It is a separate individuals. Rule number 16. The expression a number of always requires a plural verb, while the expression the number of always requires a singular verb when used as subjects. Example number 1. A number of foresters are planning to file a complaint. Second example is the number of qualified applicants for the agricultural job fair has decreased. Rule number 17. Nouns that always come in pairs like scissors, sunglasses, shoes, tongs, sleeves, trousers, pliers, pants, shears, and etc. are always plural and require plural verbs unless they are introduced by the expression a or the pair of. Examples: the tongs I bought are usually used in our chemistry subject. Second example is the pair of tongs I bought is very pricey. Rule number 18. Nouns plural in form but singular in meaning, such as mathematics, economics, news, politics, and etc. require singular verbs. Example: the news about him is not good for his image as an ecological advocate. Second example is mathematics is my favorite subject. Rule number 19. In sentences with both positive and negative subjects, the verb should agree with the positive subject. Examples: it is the law enforcer, not the laws, that needs to be changed. Second example is it is not the farm manager, but the technicians who want additional budget. Rule number 20. Titles of books, movies, songs, etc. require a singular verb. Example: Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs is the first Disney movie. Second example is Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet has really made history. Rule number 21. The pronouns you and I always require the base or plural form of the verb even in cases where they refer to only one person. Examples: Leslie, you have to submit your project proposal on time or else you will fail. Second example is I need more time to accomplish the task. Rule number 22. Adjectives used as nouns are considered plural and thus require plural verbs. Examples: the learned are men of wisdom and principle. Second example is the hard-working reap the produce of their endeavor. Rule number 23. The name of a firm or company, although appearing plural, requires a singular verb. Example: Universal Studios is showing the movie Fern Gully, The Last Rainforest next month. Second example is Ranyola Brothers is a law firm that advocates the protection of virgin forest. Rule number 24. For sentences following the inverted order, the verb still agrees with the subject regardless of the number of the nouns that come before it. Examples: beside me were the illegal logger and the dynamite fisher. Second example is, at a distant looms the view of the immensely dispersed mountain. Rule number 25. Use a comma to connect two ideas as one. Coordinating conjunctions are used when connecting two ideas as one in a single sentence. But don't forget the comma. You can see the use placement of the comma in these examples. First is, I do not walk Mary's dog, nor do I wash him. Second example is, Mary feed her dog, and I drank tea. Third example is, Mary feeds and walks her dog every day, but the dog is still hyperactive.
And that's all, sir. Keep safe and God bless.